We're starting and we played, we were Capoeira na Praia.
Capoeira na praia.
Yeah, and we were associated with Barravento. The escola Barravento is Mestre Volga. And but this was a Capoeira Regional.
Capoeira regional.
But now we are Capoeira Tradicional, Capoeira Angola, but not even like Angola Regional. It's like before there is a Mestre Job. He's in France.
Okay.
And he has his college de Capoeira in Belgium, sorry.
Oh, interesting.
And we have probably quite a stronger connection with his teaching, and he's just like Capoeira Tradicional. Yeah, we've never had there's never been like an old master in Durban. So all of our schools and all of our training have been from different people traveling and bringing back ideas and bringing back stuff, you know. And now we have Jungle Capoeira in Durban, which is like Capoeira Regional. And we have Capoeira Labyrinth Capoeira.
Labyrinth?
Yeah, Labyrinth Capoeira. It's a new school that has started with young people. And then we have Colectivo, Capoeira Colectivo, which is the Tradicional. That's my group.
Oh, nice. Well, that's cool. I mean,
it's for the old guys. Capoeira Angola Tradicional is for the old guys.
Yeah, I mean, a few times I played Angola, where I like experience because it's like, I think it's a little harder for your shoulders and knees.
Yeah.
So, but I really enjoy it. But you know, at least in Brazil nowadays, most of the circles is like mixed circles.
I see this. I hear about it.
Yeah.
You know, we hear a lot of stories about how there are different roda and a different master can call, and so for us with Capoeira, you know, Tradicional, for us it's very much to focus on not just the playing, but on the singing and on the music.
Yes.
And on when we are playing a game, it's very much about the conversation. Like to have a good game is to be able to enjoy.
Yeah, a nice dialogue.
Not to be very combative and fighting and very fast and like, you know. So we are very much about the history and the culture of capoeira around the world.
Yeah, nice.
Like what are the things that have survived around the world before we are about like so we don't have like there's no cordal, there's no grading.
Oh, I see. You don't.
It's very much just about the
play.
About the essence of the game and playing and the traditional.
Yeah, this is very interesting. I mean, I'm trying to connect with capoeira around different places I've been, and I mean, I noticed some small differences in some circles of capoeira in Brazil. Lots of circles capoeira really like mixed. Many people call it even like a modern approach or contemporary approach. And you can even implement sometimes some non-capoeira moves, and people appreciate it. People come from hip hop and breaking dance, like for example, they do some nice moves.
Interesting. Even some different martial arts as well.
Yeah.
So I think one of the focuses for us is to bring it back to that the music is controlling the game. So if you are playing, you can watch a game and you can see that the players are listening to the music.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you know that as you come into the harder, as you leave, you are taking whatever your energy is going back into the harder.
Yes.
So you are a part of it, even if you are not playing. You know,
That's
because
true.
you are singing and the music is important. But you can see sometimes, you can watch a game and you can see that the players maybe are not listening to the music. And this is like, for us, it's like a disconnected game. And that's if we are trying to create a capoeira that is including everyone, where everyone can be welcome to come and try and play, and then we need to create a very connected capoeira game. And that means that you have to be listening the whole time. So this is, you know, it's like everything, the more open you are, the wider your experience is, you know, the more experience you can have, you know, the more you can grow and develop. So for us, it's the same with capoeira. If our capoeira is not very open, then we're not going to develop. And Also, like, you can be playing a game and you can realize that the person that you are playing is very close.
Yes.
This will be a short game. You won't
yeah,
play
yeah.
for long because it's like a conversation where no one is listening to each other. This is how I used to play a lot. And I've had to learn to have a dialogue and a conversation with my game. And the easiest way to do that is for me to listen to the music, because if both of the players are listening to the music, then it's easy for them to communicate with each other because they're in the same place. You know, it's like dancing.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you're dancing to the same tune and then you can connect, you know?
Yeah, I got the opportunity provide some free workshops of capoeira in Czech Republic and also Tanzania. That was really amazing. I really enjoyed it. But I needed to tell people that in Brazil, at least in some cities you go, they have a more like proper way to, I mean, embedded way to play capoeira.
Yeah.
And in some places they are much more into fighting than into like having a game or a dialogue.
Exactly.
Hey, let's grab each other's face and put them on the ground. You know?
Yeah, let's wrestle and then throw each other and whatever. No, we've learned that if we were to travel to Brazil, that you don't just play in any order, especially in the streets.
It's better to ask first.
Yeah, you ask or you are invited and this is fine. But if you are just going to enter, it's like you're going blind. You don't know whose harder this is. You don't know what the game is. You don't know who the group is.
That's
you
true.
can get yourself into a lot of trouble.
That's true. That's true.
But it's good because it's a way of maybe being a little bit more humble.
Yeah.
And to listen first and to observe first and to watch first and to wait. You know, as opposed to like the Western idea maybe is like, oh, I can play, so I'll play anywhere. You know what I mean? And you just jump in, and this can get you into trouble.
You can have your face like kicked really strong.
Maybe someone has a knife, or you know, I mean, maybe, but I mean, like, this is the history of capoeira as well. You know,
that was a tool for freedom. So you need to know how to fight for real, and use tools and knives and things. My approach is like I get close. I mean, because I'm also a traveler, and I was a traveler in Brazil. So first of all, I was observing. If I could see like unexperienced people playing, I would feel more comfortable to get in and try it. Because if the people there in the game are really playing really hard and fast and strong, and you just like get in and try to like, hey, let me play with you, man, you're gonna be smashed.
Yeah, exactly.
No doubt.
Because if you jump in with someone who is very experienced, then they are going to think that
you are also very
experienced, you know,
so
because they are showing you how they can play. I mean, maybe like, you know, anyway, they are, you know, people, it depends on the player as well. But
and they don't know
if a very
you.
experienced player can see that you don't know how to play, then they will relax a bit. But
they don't know
if you are pushing them, then they are going to think, okay,
who is this guy challenging us?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, you know, this is the challenge, and then the next thing you know, you are lying on the floor because
Rabo de Arraia works.
Let's go. Yeah, I mean, again, I told you that I am not that I am very wary of Brazil because I understand that there's the Brazil that we see in the tourist, you know, like everything is cool and it's carnival and everyone is fun and having a good time. But then through capoeira, you learn that there's many layers to Brazil.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and if you are going to be walking around and participating in the street, then you need to be observing, not just taking a chance.
Yeah, I remember my innocence, how naive I was one day that I was there in Rio Grande do Norte, Pipa. And I didn't know, like in Pipa, people has the tradition of playing really strong and violently. And I saw some people playing the beach and I run like naively, hey guys, you're playing capoeira, let me get in. And say, yeah, come on. They were just expecting from the getting, and they just put me on the ground the first second. And I was like, oh man, you play like this here. He said, man, are you up to it or not? And yeah, let's go. And I tried my best, but they were really strong.
Yeah.
I couldn't even like kick one of them, but they put me on the ground lots of times. Yeah, I played with them. That was nice. I like it. I like it.
They can invite you in, and they can see that you are not experienced, but you know that to get experience, you have to play like these guys. You know? So they're making space for you to learn.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean, and you never know. I mean, capoeira, you never know who you are going to get. So
Exactly.
for us, I think, especially with Colectivo, our thing is like, we want everyone to have a chance to experience capoeira. We're not from Brazil, we're not Brazilians, you know, like this or whatever. So our capoeira is the capoeira that is, you know, like we were saying, we were having a conversation.
Yeah, of course.
We were talking about English.
Yes, of course.
And how people like to hold English, like, oh, American English or whatever.
Yeah,
and you're
exactly.
saying like, but there's English all over the world, you
Yes.
know? So there is, for us these days, because capoeira is all over the
It's
world.
the world, yes.
You know?
It's a global tradition.
Yeah, it's a global, and so you have to look for us, the things to look for every time is to look for the music and to look for the master.
Yeah.
Like, who is leading the game? Who is leading the order? And what are they saying? And what are they asking? And they will tell you what sort of game they are looking for. And if you go with this sort of like openness and this respect, then you will be able to play probably anywhere. Yeah, and this is good. I mean, we're saying as well, because capoeira is like life. I mean, this is a good way to go through life, right?
Yeah.
Look for what song is being sung, you know?
Yeah. But I've seen like foreigners play in Brazil really high level, like, amazing, and that gave me the realization that capoeira is a global thing nowadays, and you have high quality people, high skillful people in every single place that capoeira is a thing.
So do you think, because obviously though, you know, there's the history, it's a Brazilian form, so you can say that these are the roots are in Brazil, but now it has expanded and you can have a particular style from a different country.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's still capoeira?
Yeah, it's still capoeira. And I didn't know that before, but there's a dance in Angola that is likely the grandmother of capoeira.
Yeah, the Ngolo.
Ngolo, yes.
This is one of the stories.
Yeah, once I got there in Angola, I went to research that and learn it a little bit. That would be amazing.
But this is the thing, that there are many different African traditions that you could maybe find a link with capoeira.
Yes. And also
but for it to be, but the capoeira that we know, this is a Brazilian thing.
Yeah, it's a Brazilian thing.
Yeah.
And also because all those African traditions also mixed with indigenous fighting styles. So capoeira came to be in Brazil. Of course, you understand that, for example, you get like Ngolo, for example, and then when you see the ginga and you see the motion of the ocean in the ginga.
Yes,
so it's something that people understood in the ocean when they were like have been trafficked to Brazil. It's a very sad story, but also they use it as a tool of freedom. So you see that,
like the swaying of the ocean.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, I always, when we are doing, if we've done workshops and you're teaching someone the ginga for the first time, you tell them, it's like, imagine you're on a boat.
Yes.
And you are moving with the ocean. The tragedy and the shame of slavery that meant that people couldn't write their stories down, and that also that the slave masters were trying to destroy the stories and erase the stories. It means that so much about the origins of something like capoeira have been lost. We don't know, but it has made it quite a beautiful story to tell, that there could be so many different links and so many different contributions from so many different places, you know?
Yes, it's still a tool of freedom. So yeah, as Bob Marley say, redemption songs all over. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this talk.
Yes, brother.
Yay!